The week after Pentecost Sunday. The week after Pentecost Sunday celebration of the remembrance of the day of Pentecost was last Sunday, and Advent, when it was written that the fire of the Holy Spirit like tongues hovered over the heads of Jesus' disciples as they tarried in the upper room, as they were baptized in the Holy Spirit and fire, speaking in new tongues, and went out after that doing marvelous works of service in his name, with miracles and signs and wonders following. Thank you for joining me today. I'm your host, the Reverend Dr Dawnecia Palmer, here at LU Live Church, your global spiritual community portal, Transformational Soul Clinic, where present truth, fresh thought, life words, every life matter, where your life matter. Welcome. So a week after Pentecost Sunday, are you still aglow? Or, or are there only embers of what was for many a time of jubilee last Sunday? Oh, how you were dancing and praising and singing and shouting. But for reality, many, or should I say most, they're as dry today and unlit as they were before the celebration. In fact, for some it was nothing more than an enactment, a reenactment, I should say, of the true. But what a shame to only have a reenactment, because a reenactment can never last. We're just acting out something that had taken place before. We only are actors in that, nothing more. But no matter how many tears and songs and dance, preaching, flag waving, hand waving, and whatever you do, it's not going to last. Oh no, last. Something that lasts takes a changed and a charged life. I say this again, it takes a changed and a charged life. So I'll ask you, as I did at first, are you still aglow? What have you been like this past week? How many have seen and smelt the flame of holiness ushering from you? By that I mean, how many have come, you have come in contact with, that were transformed, changed, and charged because of your zeal and your new way of being? How many have been so changed because of your new tongues? What words have come out of your mouth? Fresh tongues, a light, a flame, with positive, new, healing words? Or did your words and your tongue carry the same undertones of worry and fear, or even of guilt and gossip, negativism, sickness and for death? Did you know that you can speak yourself and your loved ones, or even your enemies, into an early grave? Yes, so guard your words. Set a watch to the entrance of our mouths. Set a watch to the entrance of your mouth. And the best way to do this is to guard your thoughts. By guarding your thoughts, because out of your thought comes the greatest, have come for some the greatest disasters and wars and hatred and prejudice and even destruction. But the day of Pentecost, as we say, Whit Sunday, 50 days after the Easter celebration of the resurrection of Jesus, I must say, right here, pause to say, Mary, the mother of Jesus, Mary Magdalene, and the other women and other people who were present along with the disciples when the Holy Spirit descended, they also celebrated with them the Feast of Weeks in Jerusalem. This really was the birthday of the church. So, as well as we hear about the disciples there, I think there's a lot who are not aware that Mary, the mother of Jesus, was there. Mary Magdalene was there. And all the other women that served Jesus was there present there. So here was an equal blessing, both in terms of male, female, gender. And what happened on this day? We have elements like the mighty rushing wind. It said there was the mighty rushing wind. It was so powerful, it shook the building where they were all gathered, as I said, for the Feast of Weeks in Jerusalem. And there appeared tongues of fire which hovered over the head of all that was there. When I say all, not just the disciples, but all that were there. That means over the women that were there as well. And so they heard each other, spoke in other tongues. What did that mean? Ecstatic speech, present truth, fresh thought, life words. These words that came out were so glorious that it was an understanding. There wasn't a misunderstanding. They understood each other perfectly, wherever country they came from, wherever, language they spoke, they understood each other. So glorious and so positive, never heard before, profound words. So this day was known as the baptism of the Holy Spirit and fire. Fire signifying the purified way of being, purified speech, purified thoughts, renewed spirit, holy, blameless. Some even took water baptism after this as a symbol of their new commitment, and it was said that 300 were added to the church on this day. For you who are listening, if you have never had water baptism, or even if you had and would like to be immersed as a sign, as a symbol, yes, of your belief and of your commitment and of your change and charged way of being, I'll be doing a mass baptism in the summer, this summer 2025. If you're interested, drop us a line at LU Life Church. Say, I'm interested in the mass water baptism. So many were baptized as a symbol of their new commitment, and 300 were added to the church on that day. In closing, I beseech you, please keep your flame high. Keep your flame high by your how? By your conscious observation in your day-to-day living. I say this again. Keep your flames high by your conscious observations in your day-to-day living. Observe what you're doing. Observe what you're saying. First and foremost, observe what you're thinking, because your thinking creates how you feel, and how you feel determine how you act, and how you act determine your lifestyle. So please keep your flames high, keep your tongue clean and free from guile, and be at peace. So may the infilling of the baptism, as it was on Pentecost, resonate, abide, and abode with you today and the weeks and days ahead. Thank you so much for listening in today. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe today. Get us up to our 100 mark. And why not pass this on to somebody else? Leave us a comment or a thumbs up. And if you have your own prayer request, why not send it to us personally at lulifechurch@gmail.com. To make your love donation to LU Life Church, you can do that at any time by going to lulifechurch@gmail.com, to the PayPal website, making your love gift out to lulifechurch@gmail.com. Thank you so much. And remember, keep your flames high this week, keep your tongues clean, and you will experience a wonderful Pentecost, an ongoing Pentecost, I should say, throughout your week to come. Bless you.